welcome to Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling, FMW Home Entertainment. I'm John Watanabe.
And I'm Eric Goo Goo Geller.
And if you really go goo-goo over hardcore violence, blood, gore, weapons, and a whole lot more, you'll love FMW Wrestling. I know some of you newsletter reading fans have read about this stuff, but have never actually seen it. Well, that is why we're bringing it to you. And our first matchup will pit two sick dogs against each other who have faced each other before. We're talking about Matsunaga and Mr. Pogo.
Well, Pogo really pushes the envelope. You're going to see fire in this match. You're going to see barbed wire. You are going to see blood. And I love it when it gets played. This is about as close as you get to wrestling and snuff. When these two combine, my God, we got something good, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. How good will it get if you like hardcore violence? Let's find out. Let's go to the ring.
FMW 来てからはね、まだミスターポゴに負けっぱなしなんで、ここらで借りは返したいし、ファイヤーデスマッチは過去2回ウィングの時にやってますけど、まだ一度も負けたことないんで、今日は自信あります。今日負けたら、そうですね、ウィングはもう終わりじゃないかと、こんな負けっぱなしではね、もう終わってしまうんじゃないかという切羽詰まった気持ちが本当ありますんで、今日は絶対勝ちます。
松永、てめえ覚えてるか。3年前の今頃、てめえファイヤーマッチで俺を進めやがったら面白いじゃねえか。てめえあの頃の松永と今の松永、今の松永は古くなんだよあいつは。そのために今日俺がとことんあいつにファイヤーの恐ろしさを見せてやる。本当に根性があるんだったら、本当にな根性があるんだったら、俺をもう一度3年前のようにてめえできるか。俺にな、てめえの根性見せてくれ、少しでも。でも俺は負けちゃうね。てめえを火の海に放り込んでやる。
赤コーナー230ポンド松永光弘、青コーナー280ポンドミスターポーゴ。
FMW's on fire. John Watanabe with
Eric, the Icebox Man Geller.
Yeah, and today looks to be Mr. Pogo's day, as the match today will be a street fight fire death match, which adds the elements of barbed wire and flaming torches serving as ropes on the ring. Once again, I've got to say that this is a competition for seasoned professionals only.
That's right. Don't try any of this at home.
Now, Matsunaga with the blonde hair will have no choice today as he heads into the ring with a face-painted Mr. Pogo. Matsunaga lost to Pogo 3 months ago.
What a defeat. Blood all over the place.
Matsunaga's been away from the FMW scene for a while, though he won't talk about it. Those in the know have put him for those 3 months on Kenji Island.
The same island the female wrestler The Shark trained on.
The one and only. The Shark was on the island for over 50 years, training in what appears to be... Whoa!
There is something going on. Oh, man, they are taking a bit of a... He's caught on the barbed wire right now. That's a little painful, I gotta say.
To say the least, yeah. Both the Shark and Matsunaga trained on the same island with the Master, who is believed to have survived on the island since Japan's feudal era.
A regular Kublai Khan.
Some say he is Kublai Khan.
Amazing.
More on this later, Eric, as the match is really taking shape out there.
Oh, he's got that barbed wire wrapped all around Matsunaga's face. Mr. Pogo is a cool man beyond belief.
FMW takes the action beyond extreme, more than anything you've ever seen in your life. Ah. The crowd reacts.
Oh, headbutt action. Nothing like a little headbutt when you got a little barbed wire wrapped around your skull. Mr. Pogo is living up to his reputation of being a messenger sent direct from hell. Look at him wrap that razor wire around Matsunaga.
Oh my God, is that the knife to the head?
Indeed it is.
Someone should call the match. There's no way Matsunaga can survive this.
Hey, don't call it a death match for nothing, John.
Well, then again, they signed for this match. They knew what they were getting into. If you can't take the heat in FMW, yeah, stay out of the kitchen.
No, this is a patented Pogo move. He likes to take his knife, his blade, whatever his instrument of choice is, go right for the brow. He likes to get the blood in the opponent's eyes. Let him see his own blood, taste it in his very mouth.
Again, Pogo, he doesn't care about technique or even about winning. He just wants to maim and kill. Yeah, I think, how many more deaths does he owe to death? Oh, no.
Right in the eyeball, in the cheek, in the nose. He's going for the eyeball.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that eye is not long for this world. Not long for this world.
Hey, what's CPA doing out there?
You see the CPA? Oh!
Whoa! No wonder why people hate going to the dentist.
He's got a loose one. He's going to pull right there.
Oh, you know, Pogo's got Matsunaga. Oh, a fish hook. It's time to take him to the kitchen and cook him.
John, this match is really catching fire. And if you can't stand the heat, my friend, get out of the kitchen.
Okay, Mr. Cliche, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. Like I said,
we're all just having a little fun. Just you, me, a chain, some barbed wire, a little fire. Hey, you know,
yeah,
Sunday in the park.
Don't say it's legal, please. Please don't say it. Oh.
Hey, John, as you know, anything is legal here, my friend. It is all legal here.
A chain around the neck.
I think he's got him on a leash right now. I don't think Matsunaga's going to go anywhere. I think he's just going to sit out and enjoy what's a glorious day in the arena.
Well, Mr. Pogo has been going light on the fire factor, right? But it looks like he's going to turn the heat up on Matsunaga. Oh, there he goes. Oh.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. Matsunaga's got to feel a little burned by that last move. You know, somebody should have brought the marshmallows for this one. You know, you put it on a hunk of barbed wire, you leave it out there. Hey,
1, 2. Oh, 2 count.
How about a pin? What a novelty move for this wrestling match. I was looking to see these men burn to a crisp. I think, that is not nice. That is a look at the welts that is leaving on Matsunaga.
He's just taunting and teasing him, so to speak.
Oh, my goodness.
He doesn't want to beat him. He just wants to torture him nice and slow. Oh.
That's a hot foot routine. I don't...
Oh, that's real funny here.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Okay, Matsunaga knew what he was getting into. When you sign up for FMW, you get it, my friend.
Yeah, this isn't cartoon wrestling, Monday night soap opera wrestling. This is hardcore like you've never seen anywhere in the world, not in the U.S. or anywhere else in Japan. It's an FMW Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling.
Let's bring out a little more flame, see if we can stoke the fire a little. Oh, is he just chasing around like a bad to the point, Matsunaga? You're a bad boy. That's the only way to discipline a man.
FMW is Barbed Wire City, and this is a house of fire. Matsunaga's back. He's making some good use of all that island training on Mr. Pogo and using the flames against him, Eric.
It's a 180 for the match. Mr. Pogo is down, and this may spell more than just bad news for his FMW future. It may spell the end. Matsunaga is the new blood.
Well, he certainly treated us enough to his blood. Oh.
What a comeback. What a vicious match. I'm telling you what, Matsunaga, he may have won this one, but he's going to be paying for it tomorrow.
Hop up a nice cold one.
You better see if they can find a nurse. See if they can find something.
やっと幸運が出ました。札幌で必ずレーザー倒してレースマッチになってみたいです。俺はリングの一員で新宿リングを守ってみせます。リングの一員ですけど、映画さんがこの世に出したレースマッチを必ず絶やさずに自分が王者になってみせます。
Well, as I said earlier, these two have had bloody battles before, but in the end, one of these guys got revenge. Your winner, Matsunaga.
You call that revenge, Johnny? My God, he took a beating. I mean, it was reminiscent of when John puts on the high heels and the garters and I take a wet newspaper and start wailing away on that chubby little butt of his. Oh, man, Johnny, he lost that match if you ask me.
Hey, you hinted at something. There are certain types of butt whoopings and spankings I don't mind. You'll see what I'm talking about in our next segment. To our new fans of professional wrestling, we like to show you how some of the Japanese stars of FMW use some of the technique. You'll learn some of the moves in our own tongue-in-cheek way. Here is Wrestling 101 FMW style.
Now what I'm going to demonstrate for you here is a little maneuver called the scissor lock. We're going to do it snake style. Now, Saki, I'm going to have you down on the ground right now. You have been somewhat defeated by your opponent. You're in a weakened state right now. This I'm going to have Shayna, and we call it snake style because they're amazing with their legs, how they like to slither in. She's going to take one leg, slither it underneath the head, wrap the other around. Now, if you can see, she's putting that leg right around the neck. She's going to cut off the oxygen. She does this by locking her wrists and slowly applying pressure. Okay, now you've got to make this hurt. Make it hurt! Now, how does that feel? How does that feel? Yes, yes. Good work. Good work. Ladies coming along nicely. Now, I'm telling you, under my tutelage, I think they're going straight to the top. Look for their debut in about a month or so, Johnny.
Well, coming up next, we'll see a match between two guys who have faced each other before in American rings east of the Mississippi River. I'm talking about the truly awesome gladiator Mike Awesome and his opponent Masato Tanaka.
Tanaka has been on a 5-game winning streak, 5 matches in a row, but he's taking on a larger opponent, a more devastating opponent, the Gladiator. Tanaka has a chance on this one, but the Gladiator, coming off of a big win before, I think it's going to be a little tough on Tanaka. He may do it, though, John.
Well, it is going to be close, Eric. So which is it going to be? Is it going to be the Awesome Bomb or the Tanaka Blast? Let's find out in the ring.
グラジエーター、今日はな、若手意識できたらな、痛い目に遭うぞ。今日はぶっ潰してやる。
Tanaka, you're standing between me and the championship belt. So that means I'm gonna have to rip your goddamn head off and pin your shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Because I want that belt back, punk.
FMW setting the wrestling world on fire. This is John Watanabe with
Eric, Lord of Cream Geller. Stepping into the ring right now, we've got Tanaka. He's an amazing bundle of energy.
And, you know, he's going to need it. He's going up against the Gladiator. Look at those pecs. He's a bear of a man. An ex-USA Marine who was stationed here in Japan and went AWOL. The Gladiator learned his technique the hard way. Here he learned it on the streets of Tokyo, Osaka, and Hiroshima.
I read where at one time the Gladiator was one of the most feared men in all of Japan before he turned his energy and fighting skills away from the streets and focused them on the ring.
Well, I feel a lot safer with him in the ring, I can tell you that. Although Tanaka isn't feeling very safe right now. Look at the beating. I just sense he's going to take.
Now, you sense that, huh?
Yeah.
I think both of these men are in for a beating, but Tanaka can handle himself, John. He's militarily trained as well, having trained with the Japanese Army, where he served for 3 years. Tanaka, however, was dishonorably discharged for taking part in underground death matches around Tokyo.
Where he and the Gladiator first met.
That's right. Today is by no means the first match between these two. It's far more of a grudge match.
Well, that's one big grudge if you ask me. What happened after Tanaka's discharge?
The government had trained him.
Whoa.
But it couldn't contain him. After his discharge, he took his rage to the streets, where he earned his nickname of the Tanaka Blast.
Well, the Gladiator is feeling that blast today. Look at Tanaka. He's smaller, but he's got twice the energy and flexibility of the Gladiator.
And this is world-class wrestling at its best. Two contenders, evenly matched, and these two are destined to offer us an unforgettable match.
That's right, Eric. And, you know, U.S. fans are very familiar with these two. I mean, they're fighting here in Japan, and they've also carried their feud into the U.S. as well. In fact, both of these men exchanged the same championship. They both held the championship in the Philadelphia-based promotion. Where they're hardcore, they're extreme, but we take hardcore and extreme to a new level, a whole new school of wrestling like you've never seen before. FMW wrestling.
We like to take it out of the ring and into the audience. Yeah, let's our fans have a little fun with this. I'd hate to have that front row seat, Rocha. I've actually got a friend in the audience. I promised him some seats.
And don't forget the weapons.
That is perfectly legal. I want to point that out. Everything in FMW is perfectly legal. The chair is a martial arts weapon. It has been cataloged and used for thousands of years.
You know, it's not like the old days of wrestling where if a wrestler used a chair on another wrestler, that wrestler who used it got disqualified. No, you got to expect it here in FMW. Ooh, clothesline. Nice power move by the powerful Mike Awesome, a.k.a. the Gladiator.
The Gladiator has quite a wealth of power in his array. He has got, he's over 6'5", 325 pounds. Former linebacker at Ohio State, played for Woody Hayes in his last team with the Peach Bowl. Tremendous. You can see that move right there, how he used to take on running backs.
Please.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know where you get this football expertise from, but
I actually had a stint. I played with the Vikings back in '82. I was a place kicker, and I also used to play on special teams. I got out of it.
That's fine, Water Boy, that's fine. And, you know, Mike Awesome, the Gladiator, whoa, nice drop kick. Usually when you think of big men, you think of them as being slow and lumbering and clumsy. Not so with this guy. I mean, he has strength and power, but he has the quickness and agility as well.
Except he's not quick enough to get out of that headstand into the ropes I see right now.
Well, there we go. And hopefully Mike Awesome, I mean, he'll catch his breath for his sake and hopefully get that resilience that he often gets. Whoa, nice version of the Bader bomb.
I'm telling you, Tanaka, a similar wrestler, nearly the size of, is really putting on a show right now against the Gladiator.
Oh, a nice suplex by the Gladiator.
And you're not going to get one shot on Tanaka and call that quits.
And that was a rather nonchalant cover. He showed like hook the leg or something. Even though Mike Awesome is bigger and stronger, I mean, Tanaka can still get out of moves.
A little taunting going on as he takes a boot to the face.
Just toying with him. Intimidation. Oh. Like running into a brick wall.
Whoa. Just back of the head. Just a brutal. Wow. With a body slam like that.
Whoa. And the audience applauds.
I mean, you can't underestimate the Tanaka blast, John, but last year I was in Osaka, and I was attending this brass knuckle semifinals, and I saw Tanaka take an amazing beating. I mean, his blood was everywhere, but his tactic was to simply wear his opponent out and allow him to think he had the upper hand.
Interesting tactic. Whoa.
And his opponent, who shall remain nameless here, was about to deliver his final blow. When he was about to do it, Tanaka leapt to pure flight and destroyed his opponent.
Okay, you're not talking about Lord Darkness, are you?
I didn't want to mention his name, but John, yes, Lord Darkness. The FMW is still investigating his death, but until it's confirmed that Tanaka used an illegal move, he will be allowed in tournament play.
Well, he may have more time than he originally bargained for, Eric, because Gladiator is making Tanaka's blast seem more like a puff of smoke. In a word, brutal.
Whoa, look at that. That is an acrobatic move worthy of someone. How the Gladiator popped out of that move is unknown to me. Really had a lot of leverage on that connection.
Nice roll-up for a pin by Tanaka. 1, 2 counts.
He really worked that rolling cradle. These are maximizing his leverage over the big man, using it to his advantage, Tanaka. He's got to use everything he can against this bigger, more powerful man.
You know, this audience here in attendance today in Japan, I mean, they're slightly more conservative than other wrestling crowds we've seen. It's not like the old 1970s Southern days where grannies would get up from their chairs with their false teeth spilling out onto the floor. I mean, it's not like those old days. I think these fans are more appreciative in a more conservative way of the true athleticism.
Well, that's FMW's mark, is it's a scientific, powerful league. It takes advantage of martial arts and wrestling, hence the name.
Oh, nice power move there by Tanaka. 1, 2 count.
Tanaka is again showing a million resiliency like I rarely see when he's taking on this bigger man, but I've seen this move.
We know what's going.
Oh, and he got out of it.
See, you never know what's going to happen. I think this contest is kind of like a tennis match, the reactions of the crowd. I mean, it's going back and forth. You never know what's going to happen.
How about a forearm smash to the face? That's a little bit of Gladiator's own treatment. Whoa. He needed a little extra momentum, got it off the ropes, generating a little more steam. 3 of them, that's 3. There's 3 strikes, and the Gladiator is still not out. I mean, I've seen this before. I think Tanaka is out of his blast. I mean, he's no longer a light summer breeze. And now the Gladiator is coming in with the flapjack move. I sense that. And that's all he needs. That's all he needs.
It's the power bomb. The power bomb. 1, 2, 3. That's it. You're a winner with the power bomb. Mike Awesome, the Gladiator.
That take him right out of it. We thought Tanaka was going to get something going, and Gladiator really took out all this stuff.
Well, no love lost between those two. They've faced each other many times before in the U.S. and in Japan, but this time around, in the end, it was the awesome power of Mike Awesome, the Gladiator. Truly overpowering.
Well, great match, Shannon. This next one you're going to like as well. It's Hayabusa, the high-flying Falcon, versus Kanemaru, the Doughboy. Now, Kanemaru has taken a whipping from Hayabusa with those high-flying moonsaults and lucha libre moves. He probably will take this match outside of the ring. I won't be surprised if you see tables, chairs, hard concrete. The Doughboy, that chubby little Doughboy, is going to have his work cut out for him. Speaking of chubby little Doughboys, and your little chubby Doughboy, John, why don't you tell him what we're going to see in here?
Yeah, boy. We'll talk about this after we get off the air. But let me tell you something. Not only does the action often spill outside the ring in FMW, but anything that's not nailed to the ground outside the ring will be used against each other in FMW action. Let's see how hardcore we can get.
俺も、リーグ戦ヤングオブインディペンデントでいい結果を出して今回の世界ブラスナックのタイトルのリーグ戦にかけてます。素晴らしいものを出そう。
今日ウィングの連中と初めてシングルマッチ。ウィングにも意地があるかもしれないけど FMW の俺たちにも意地があります。絶対に負けません。
Here we have two of the FMW's favorite contenders, Kanemaru, otherwise known as Doughboy, and Hayabusa, otherwise known as the Falcon.
This is FMW Hardcore Wrestling. I'm John Watanabe with
Eric Wet Love Geller.
Whatever. And Hayabusa, well known for his high-flying lucha libre Mexican moves. Whoa! Kanemaru starts out with a heart stomper. 2 feet placed firmly under the heart and stomped on in midair.
Amazing. Look at how Kanemaru is tossing Hayabusa around like a rag doll. Oh, this match is getting off like a rocket. The audience is getting their money's worth today. They're not just ringside, they've become a part of the ring, Johnny.
Well, yeah, to be sure, many know Kanemaru as the Doughboy, but I'll tell you, this much, I wouldn't want to call him that to his face.
This face, that face of his is very misleading. Round, jovial-looking. Kanemaru started out his professional career as a clown in the circus, and he traveled all around the world. His training with acrobats and strongmen alike have served him well.
He certainly is a perfect illustration of the clown smiling on the outside, sad on the inside. There must be some kind of hurt inside him to make him so mean. Everybody loves a clown, as Jerry Lewis and the Playboys would say. I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
Tears of a clown, my friend.
Yeah. Whoa! Ooh, nice spinning kick.
Oh, my goodness. Look at those acrobatics.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these guys are influenced by the Mexicans. Hayabusa, I know, spent a year and a half wrestling in Mexico. He wrestled against Mexican stars like Pierroth Jr. and Negro Casas, and he learned a lot of technique, you know, the technicals, as they say, high-flying maneuvers off the top rope, onto the outside, you know, onto the floor.
Now, I'm told, actually, the reason he wears the mask is that because he spilled some tobacco, some hot chili sauce, Tabasco sauce, on his face after a wrestling match, scarred him permanently, and now he wears the mask to cover it up.
Yeah, where did they get this guy from?
Hey, come on. I did extensive research. I did this when I was back studying in Chalupe for the new burrito and Supreme.
Yeah. Does this guy grow on trees? I hope not. Nice armbar hold by Hayabusa onto his opponent, the Doughboy, I guess we can call him.
Oh, yeah, but you wouldn't call him the Doughboy, I don't believe. I'd like to see you say that to his face.
Well, that's why I'm sitting here with you behind me, you see. That's why.
Well, I have been in the ring with the Doughboy. We have sparred, my friend. You know, if I've got something to say, I say it to his face.
Yeah, and then you run away like Speedy Gonzalez.
Well, that's part of training, too. That is part of martial arts. You have to know when to retreat.
Whoa! Nice. Hey, speaking of martial arts, nice martial art kick right there by Hayabusa.
Now, that's, oh, my God. These are moves you'll only see on FMW.
Right, I mean, a little bit of martial arts, which is, I guess, partly why they call it frontier martial arts wrestling. Plus some on-the-mat wrestling, stiff brawling, high-flying action, and, of course, those necessary weapons.
I say we take this outside. You know, I'm sick of the action in the ring. Let's see if we can get a little thing riled up here.
Yeah, like a true barroom brawl. Let's take it outside. Boy, I'm not sure Kanamura can use the table like that.
That is a perfectly legal move, John. Just calm down, okay?
Yeah, the Doughboy and the Falcon have never teamed up in the past, and it's no wonder why. There must be something personal between them for Doughboy, whoa, to be putting the Falcon through all this. Holy smokes, holy lumbar.
He is relentless. I mean, I'm going to visit my chiropractor after that one. I mean, I tell you, John, it's matches like these where I just have to think of the children who are in the audience, many of them who are Falcon friends.
A taste of reality, to be sure. Reality check time. Going off the top. Whoa!
Oh, my goodness. A Doughboy leap from the top ring onto the table. Oh, I think that took a little bit out of both of them right there.
Oh, absolutely. It took a lot of their strength out, and who knows how much longer either of these two combatants can go.
Well, they're both resilient, especially Hayabusa. I've seen him do some remarkable things, literally pick himself up off the mat, but he looks like he might have some serious damage. I think we might have to get a doctor in here to maybe call this match off. I'm really worried about him right now.
Yeah, a chair to the back. Well, I've never seen that before.
Again, an excellent move. Put lower pressure on the lower.
Oh, whoa.
Well, I think we're going to need a towel with that little show.
I mean, this is surprising. I mean, he just spit at the referee. The referee didn't disqualify him. That's how hardcore this is.
I've seen this before. Trouble for Hayabusa. I mean, Kanamura is going to give him the whirly bird. He's going to give him. He's calling out right now.
Yeah.
I hear him.
Yeah, you just feel the breeze from over here. Whoa! Picks him up.
No, he said it. He said it. Whirly, whirly, whirly. Oh. Okay.
And the audience shows their appreciation in their own, golf clap kind of way, I guess you could say.
They are starting to get into this right now. There's just some tremendous abuse that's going on in this ring.
I mean, the audience, they're not exactly a rowdy Southern-based audience, but they're showing their appreciation. Guillotine! Guillotine leg drop off the top rope.
What that ends up doing, it takes out the wind out of the wrestler. The wrestler no longer breathes. Oh, if he was not close to the rope, that's the only way. That's the only thing that kept him going, the presence of mind to put a hand on the rope.
Right, and it's hard to breathe under that hood, under that mask. So it makes it that much harder for Hayabusa.
Oh, he's applying him in a leg lock.
Listen to the chant, listen to the chant.
The crowd is starting to get in with it here, but I don't think Hayabusa, he's getting pulled by the hair, and the ref is telling him right now to let go. He's telling Kanamura, let go of the hair, but he's using it to get extra leverage on that leg back. He's bending the leg back, if you can see this. Look at the leverage he's putting on. He's clearly trying to get Hayabusa to tap out of this match, get him to submit.
And the Japanese are very, very expert, as you can say, in the submission holds. I mean, they're not flashy to look at, but they are darn effective, and they do hurt afterwards.
Hayabusa made it to the rope there.
Splash on the Hayabusa. Really working over the back.
Again, going over the leg here. He's trying to get a submission. He's been working over that left leg. That left leg, and I see right now Hayabusa's trying to make it to the rope again.
He can make it.
Looking for an out.
He just managed to. I wonder how much strength he has left in him.
Kanamura's going to get a little refreshment, perhaps have a soft drink, or maybe have a seat.
Yeah, have a seat.
Nothing like a little seat in the ring. The best seat in the house. Again, back to the lower lumbar. I mean, even though they're back in the ring, Doughboy he's up to his old tricks, John, and he jumps out of the ring, comes back in with the chair.
The Falcon looks like he needs more than a chair. He needs a vacation.
Yeah, let's go back to a little pressure on the leg, shall we? He's just sitting there, looking for a magazine.
I guess instead of sitting on the chair, Hayabusa is more comfortable.
He looks like he's actually sitting on the chair. Looks like he's maybe a little constipated or something like that. Has something he needs to get out of him. Just pointing these things out, that is my job. I get paid to point these things out.
As only you can see them.
Or smell them, or is that you, Johnny?
Come on, stop.
I think you got a hold of some bad udon. Well, let's go outside of the ring, shall we?
Let's step outside, please.
If you're a real man.
Whoa, DDT onto the floor, onto the concrete floor.
That doesn't tickle. It has a bit of a lasting effect.
It's like plancha, lucha libre style plancha onto Hayabusa, who's on the floor. I mean, to say that hurts would be an understatement.
That is somebody's chair that we just took out there. I wonder, you see those photographers close by? They are brave men. Those photojournalists trying to get fans for all the fan magazines across the country, the webzines and whatnot. And I've seen a photographer or two take a flying kick or an inadvertent miss to the head.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just as dangerous. is being an NBA photographer. You know how the players could really get into photographers' faces?
Or their midsection if you're Dennis Rodman, for instance.
Exactly. Boy, Hayabusa really grounded on the mat. Whoa! And the fans roar their approval. Yeah, I think they really are getting more and more into the match as it goes on.
Well, Hayabusa is such a favorite here. The crowd is starting to chant him on right now. They're clapping, they're cheering in unison. You can see some blood on his shoulder.
Yeah, whoa!
He is charged up. This crowd has got him charged up.
Yeah, they're really chanting as if Mick Jagger came into the arena. You know, it's like rock star appeal. Whoa!
Well, he didn't get any satisfaction, but he did get a chair to the back off of the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, that was not a gas.
You're not bad, John. You're not bad for an old dude.
Oh,
did you hear that cracking out there?
Oh.
I could hear that. There was like a Three Stooges crack. I could hear that up and down his back.
Yeah, he's the victim of circumstances. No, I mean, Kanemaru, he's breathing hard. I mean,
I think Kanemaru should bring a chair. Oh, look, he did bring a chair. By golly. I think that's what this match needs, a chair from the top turnbuckle. I think that's really going to turn this around.
Oh! Drop kick. Flying drop kick by the high-flying Hayabusa.
How Hayabusa had the strength to defend that move. It's clearly he's living off adrenaline, and this crowd is pumping him up.
Body slam followed by, you know what's coming out, another one of his signature high-flying moves. Whoa.
It looked like Ozzie Smith in the World Series there.
Frankenstein.
I mean, all this running around seems to have winded the big fella. I think Hayabusa is up, and I think it's Trounce City for the Doughboy. Trounce City.
Hey, this is payback for the earlier part of this match, and maybe much more.
Well, certainly. We're going to have to get the network researchers to find out what the subtext is of this match. I mean, there is such fear, such anger.
And it's like, boy, the audience, they really pour out their emotions as well. Their anger and their love for this man known as Hayabusa, the Falcon, if you will.
Hayabusa demonstrating a few powerful moves, again known for his high-flying acrobatics. Lifting him up, pile drivers, body slams.
That is the Firebird Splash. 2 flips into a body press. And how did Kanemaru get out of that?
Again, another powerful man, Kanemaru. 2 bloodied warriors right now.
I mean, this is how they're giving it their all. They're resilient because, you know, this is how seriously they take their conditioning and their wrestling skills. I mean, they're not out there to sell wrestling dolls, or wrestling toys. They're out there to give these fans what they want. No-nonsense wrestling.
Like a little face plant on the mat right there. Kanemaru just kissing downwards, kissing the ring. I think his time is limited right now. He looks shot.
Will Hayabusa's legs be powerful? Well, yeah, he did it. Hayabusa still has strength within him to execute moves like that. I don't believe it. Well, here he goes. Moonsault. Well, Doughboy burned bright, but he burned out too soon as Hayabusa takes this one away.
What a classy win.
Your winner, Hayabusa, FMW Hardcore Wrestling. And the fans roar their approval.
They're chanting his name.
They are literally becoming a part of the ring.
They could not have won without him. They could not.
Hey, there's Tanaka. Masato Tanaka. Helping him. A show of class, if you will. I don't believe it.
That is real sportsmanship. Real sportsmanship.
やっぱり一つの団体を背負っていくっていうのが、松永さん見てある程度分かってたつもりですけど、ウィーンのファンには割と素晴らしいですね。
もっと楽に勝たせてくれると思ってたんですけど、やっぱりみんな気合入ってきてるし、とにかくでも自分から言い出したリーグ戦絶対に負けられないですから、とにかく全部勝つつもりでやります。
What a fantastic FMW hardcore match. Your winner, Hayabusa. And normally you don't think of high-flying, graceful Mexican-style wrestlers like Hayabusa with rough and tough hardcore action. But Hayabusa, you are hardcore, you are demand. And Eric, what is the next match coming up?
Well, I think we're going to see something really hardcore. We got Tanaka versus Super Leather. Now, Tanaka, an excellent tactical fighter. He's been on a hot streak. He's won 5 in a row. I really look for big things from him, except he's fighting Super Leather. And this man is very unpredictable. I've got a chart up on here, up and down, of the things he's done in the ring. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a chair in there. I wouldn't be surprised if you see barbed wire around his neck. I've seen him take a man on the ground, hold his foot on the neck, whip out his, and urinate all over him. A gruesome sight. It could happen. I hope it doesn't tonight, mainly because of it ruins the ring and it splashes, and I just, this is a good suit.
Yeah. Well, Eric, in a related note, if you do get sick and squeamish from this kind of action, maybe it's not for you. But if you are, hardcore action, FMW is your league. And we have the unorthodox guy, Super Leather, versus the technical wrestler, Masato Tanaka. So it's not leather and lace, it's leather and grace. Let's go to the ring. An interesting clash of styles in this FMW match. I'm John Watanabe with
Eric Big Ball Geller.
Yeah, right now we have a Super Leather. You can guess who he is.
I mean, he's crazy, but I gotta admit, I kind of like Super Leather. He brings a sort of theatrics to the sport that anyone can enjoy.
And this match is getting up to a wild start. His opponent is Masato Tanaka, taking a few seats to the head and a whip into the seats.
Super Leather is one of the FMW's members who originally hails from the good old US of A. He's a Yankee boy who grew up way out in the back of the state, back yonder way.
Yeah, I guess you would call him the chairman of FMW. Yeah, I guess he's the chairman of the board, and you're never going to be bored watching this extremely hardcore wrestling known as frontier martial arts wrestling.
Now, I don't know if you knew this, but Super Leather's original family used to beat him mercilessly. Until one day, he killed them all with a chainsaw.
Yeah, and now Super Leather is taking out his childhood frustrations on the poor Masato Tanaka, treating Masato like a poor redheaded stepchild.
Well, he's just atoning for some past family sins. I don't know if you know this, but he ran away in his younger years. He went to live with a different family, and maybe you know this family, the Carlucci family out of Chicago. Ring a bell with you?
Isn't that the family the rest of the CPA works for?
Exactamundo, John. It's been more than a rumor that Super Leather has been contracted by his adopted family to take care of some old business with his enemy, CPA.
And it looks like Tanaka, nice good old-fashioned right to Super Leather. And Super Leather, of course, the man with the leather face, as anyone can plainly see.
What they say, supposedly, his face is made of the skin of past victims. He took that skin, meshed it together, sewed it together. I'm actually told that the dreadlocks are Bob Marley's dreadlocks. He actually dug up the grave of Bob Marley and attached him to that skin. And,
yeah, man, yeah.
Certainly jamming out there right now.
You've been smoking too much of that Jamaican. A nice, good old-fashioned stop to the throat by Masato Tanaka.
Tanaka's a very resilient fighter. He's got more lives than well, you have with your... if your wife is listening out there, that he was in the hotel room with me last night. I promise you, he didn't answer the call because we were going over today's pre-game analysis.
Whoa. Yeah. Nice whip into the post by Super Leather. I mentioned this is a clash of styles. Tanaka, known for his power moves and technical finesse, and Super Leather, he has no wrestling technique. I mean, the guy doesn't know a wrist lock from a wrist watch. I mean, he just goes out there and brawls and does whatever he does to maim his opponent.
So if you don't really care for his wrestling style, you might want to give him a few tips. Go up, talk to him after the match, give him some pointers. I think you'd be good for that.
Yeah, I'll do that as long as you're like 6 inches in front of me. You know, that's just fine.
Hey, I talk to the man. I know these guys. I get in the ring with these men, my friend. We have a relationship, a rapport.
You know, I think you're right. I think I've seen the two of you at a Star Trek convention together, or a Doctor Who convention. I mean, you look like the kind of guys who would be.
Oh, and if you can see who's living long and prospering right now, my friend.
Okay, your boy, Super Leather. Yeah, in charge, taking control over Tanaka. At least at the moment. Whoa, nice neck breaker. Oh, and Tanaka.
See if he's gonna. Yeah, he can break free before the pin.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that's a very time-honored tradition in the FMW. To pin an opponent, you have to totally dominate his world. If he manages to even get his shoulder off the ground for a second, 40 seconds, it's as good as letting him break free. I I mean, if they still have the energy to fight, then they will fight.
And in keeping with traditions, they get back into, whoa, headbutt. Yeah, the ref just lets them go at it, and yeah, they're really getting back to business, you know, mano y mano.
Now, how do you say that mano y mano in Japanese?
Mano y mano.
Whoa, speaking of mano y mano.
Oh, boy.
Wow, Super Leather really hurt him on that one. Took him out. Took him out for the count.
Yeah, and your boy wins, Super Leather.
He did actually taught him that. No, not that move right there. I am not surprised one bit by the outcome of that match. Tanaka, an excellent tactical fighter, but Super Leather, so unpredictable. He takes a fighter out of his game plan. He really destroyed Tanaka right now, and I am thankful, at least for one thing, that he did not soil on that opponent. Although, John, I think you soiled your pants. I saw a little wet spot underneath your chair. What, do we need a towel or something?
Well, maybe some fans did. I mean, that Super Leather is crazy. I'm a big fan of Masato Tanaka. The guy uses power and technique. But if I were Tanaka, how do you prepare, what strategy do you use against a complete berserker like Super Leather? So I guess sometimes no technique can prevail over technique. And right now, speaking of technique, let's go to another lesson in FMW Wrestling 101.
Strike, Cobra, Cobra.
Now, what I'm going to describe for you now is a little move called the Irish Whip. We've seen this over and over again. Simply, you take your opponent, you propel them into the rope, generating a lot of momentum so you can come up with a finishing move. Now, we're not going to do that finishing move right now, but we're going to need a little, hey, Johnny, John Watanabe, how about, this is John Watanabe, play-by-play man.
Hello there.
John, we're going to have you do a simple Irish Whip. Hey, Johnny, could you just, okay, off the lady, please?
Yeah, off this. Come on. Anyway.
Okay, all right. So what we're going to do now, ladies, I want you to grab John by the arms. Now, Johnny, you're the play-by-play man, so do you mind describing the action as it's happening to you? Again, a simple Irish whip.
Oh, you mean call my own match?
If you don't mind, Johnny, that would be great. That'd be
no
perfect.
problem. Okay.
Okay, Johnny. Well, lady, let's pull him back. Okay. Let's get some leverage and hurl him into the rope.
Ladies, double team me and whip me into the rope. I rebound off the rope.
Yeah. How's that for up yours, huh, Johnny? Huh? Did I tell you over and over again to lift up the toilet seat? I was sitting down and my ass stuck to that seat, John. Do you think I like that? All right. Stay tuned for some more FMW hard-hitting action. Snake Sisters, coming along nicely. I tell you what, when you're at the FMW World Training Headquarters, you never know what you're going to get. We spar with some of the ladies. I've seen them out there. I've gotten in the ring with them. These Snake Sisters, I'm telling you, I'm going to take them right to the top, Johnny.
Hey, you know, Eric, what great inspirations for the Snake Sisters we have coming up in our next match. We have some hardcore hippie chicks, tag team action. Popular lady wrestler Chigusa Mad Dog Nagayo and her partner Nagashima take on Sub Misato and Dana the Shark.
Well, I tell you what, I love the power of the Shark. But a woman who can do all the moves of the Shark, all the strength, and some of the technique of Megumi Kudo, Mad Dog Nagayo. Mad Dog, I'm telling you. She's got it all. She's the complete package, and she's quite a looker. I'm not embarrassed to say I like what she's got. I like the eyes, I like the hair, I like those little rich lips. I'm telling you, Johnny, she is... You know, Johnny, when I look at her, I think of you sometimes. And when you were in my hotel the other night and you were wearing that little negligee that you like to wear with the garter, hot. You did look good.
Oh, Eric, I bet you say that to all the boys. But hey, if you like girls who get hardcore, you'll like this next match. By the way, in this match, you'll see weapons involved. And of course, Eric, weapons in FMW are...
perfectly legal moves, Johnny. Perfectly legal moves.
Hey, you won't see women's action like this in the U.S. or anywhere else. Only in Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling. Let's go to the ring.
あくまでもガヤジャパンっていうのは正式なルールにのっとったプロレスのその勝つために手段を選ばないというためにその武器を使ってでも勝つということは全くしません。ただ一つだけ言っておきたいのは私はプロレスラー勝つために手段を選ばないということはしない。あくまでもプロレスのルールの中でプロレスの技で決着をつけたい。ただご希望とあれば ストリートファイターやってもいいよ、リスクはガヤジャパンの方にはたくさんありますけど、ね、新人の子一人つけましたんで、その新人っていうのは自分の中では秘めた気の強さを持ってる子ですし、それをどう表に出して彼女たちにぶつかっていくかっていうのはとても重要課題だと思う。どう？何か一言。
はい、自分なりに精一杯暴れていきたいと思います。
勝てる？
はい。
殺されるよ？
大丈夫。
大丈夫ですって言い切れる子ですから、だからせいぜい覚悟しておいてもらいたいなと思います。
長島が半殺しに会うのをなんか期待しているらしいんで、ご希望通り半殺しにしてやりたいと思います。
長屋見とけよ。死んでる人出てたからって甘くはないけど、めちゃくちゃにして遊んでやる。指くわえて見とけ。
FMW Hardcore Ladies action. We got Mad Dog Nagayo and Nagashima versus Submiss Sato and the Shark.
Submiss and Shark got their face paint on tonight. They're going crazy. This match is off to a wild start. That's why people are so crazy about FMW wrestling. You got these women going to a free-for-all. They'll take it just like they do in the home or outside. Look at that. Look at that. Just a pounder. Submiss threw down Nagashima to the ground. And she's stomping her. Stomp, stomp. That's a disco move, I'm not mistaken. That's the stomp, I believe.
Yeah, that's the way she likes it. And in the meantime, in the ring, look, the Shark is turning the ring into a shark tank. Really putting the boots to Nagayo.
The Shark in the green with the face paint and the funky hairdo. I don't know where she had. That looks like she might need a visit to a hairstylist, one that you're using perhaps, Johnny, because that is one style. You are looking good tonight.
Oh, thank you, boy, yes. Oh, that's blood. Oh, my God.
That is blood on the forehead.
Oh, no. Well,
I mean, right now, the Shark and Submiss are making a mincemeat pie of this second-rate tag team they're up against.
Yeah, those are the Mosh sisters. They're trained in private schools here in Japan. Tough isn't their middle name, but they're brilliant little ciphers, I'll tell you that. And if this were a truly clean fight, they'd have a chance.
Mad Dog is just spewing out blood. But look, Nagashima is taking a little revenge with that chair, but oh, she is no match for the powerful Shark. I don't know if the chair is actually an underwater device used by a shark, but she's certainly taking well. Hey, how about that?
Barbed wire bat.
Well, is that a barbed wire bat, my friend? Or is that just, oh, my goodness. Well, you know they say everything legal in the FMW.
Even the ladies get down and dirty.
This is taking out to the stand right now. The crowd is going crazy here. There's like, all right, fellas, sit down 1 second. Sit down. The Shark. She's swimming in the tide right now. It looks like she's going to do a little display, a little public feeding for all her friends.
Yeah, she's making the waters part like Moses. Look at the crowd just move away from her.
I think that may be your BO that's driving them away.
Anyway, see, I mean, the ladies in the U.S., they'll get extreme like this. You got to come to Japan or see FMW on home video.
All right, I got to have my spotter point out some of the action. I'm a little lost here. Submiss. Okay, we're going to drag. Thankfully, we got some of us in the ring. We can get some sort of a match. Nagashima with her favorite maneuver, the chair, and then down on the ground. She is no match for the Shark. No match for the Shark. Oh, look who came in. The Bad Nurse, the Naughty Nurse, taking a little turn here. Can't see Bad Nurse. There's Whoa. Bad Nurse has got a really ornate and Mad Dog getting slammed into the concrete of the arena.
Whoa, look at that Submiss. Really laying those elbows in.
Not a submissive move there, I might add.
No.
Look at Mad Dog. Look at Mad Dog. She's looking like a rabid dog right there.
Yeah, looking for a fight in the alley.
Nagashima, held by the hair. Looks like a little sacrificial lamb by Submiss. Submiss throws her in there. A little how do you do to the face.
And tag his neck to the Shark.
I mean, there she is, the woman that the odds makers are saying will one day be the biggest female name in the FMW, the Shark. I mean,
Shark laying the boots.
Oh, this is an odd story, but the Shark says that she is over 70 years old, that she was a Japanese soldier during World War II stationed on an island of the South Pacific, and that when the war was over, no one bothered to tell her.
Yeah, she spent over 50 years on the island, remaining in a constant state of tactical readiness. Evidently, some indigenous plant life there that she consumed kept her body in perfect shape as if time stood still. Over 50 years later, she still has the body of a 25-year-old. Good. Now, there, she spent after time training, with the ancient master, Eric, training that was really paying off here today. Look at this, stopping away, turning that ring into her own shark tank. I mean, really taking control.
And what do I say? She's doing some heavy tactics here, but these are all perfectly legal moves. But John, all these are in the books. I mean, if you can see some of this action here, it looks like Nagashima has a little help. She's looking for a little help right there from her tag team partner. But I think Nagayo, a.k.a. the Mad Dog, is so anxious to get in with the Shark.
And I don't blame her. She's such an adrenaline monster in the ring, Eric. But I still don't think she's got what it takes to take this Shark submissive killer combo on.
They're not so fast there, Johnny. Not so fast. Oh, submiss. What a yank with that towel around the neck. Look at that, just tossing around like she's a nobody, a little rag doll. Submiss. She's turning the choker on, and she's pulling back on that. Look at the Shark coming in there just to take a little shot, let you know how do you do to the face. Submiss mashing it in where that blow by the Shark just went to her face.
Oh boy, what a severe beating. I mean, this match is proof positive that with professional wrestlers like this, no one should call a match until the fat lady sings.
Or your girlfriend. What's her name, Kelly? Mad Dog has got a few words to say right there.
Talking trash like a junkyard dog. Whipping with the rope. Submiss, Sato, really taking over.
And Nagashima, she's a valiant little warrior. If she's having her moments, no doubt.
Nice move, and nice the audience roaring. Yeah, the audience, nice monkey flip. Goes for the cover. Audience really roaring their approval.
She actually got a 1 count on that pin.
Whoa, here comes the Shark. Oh, kick to the chest onto Nagayo. Shark comes in. Nagayo is really bleeding. Nice cradle.
Nagashima is a valiant warrior. Finally, she makes the tag to Mad Dog.
Here's Nagayo. Mad Dog Nagayo.
The Mad Dog. She is mad. She took a kick to the back by Submiss.
Yeah, Submiss Sato.
The bad nurse has come in. The bad nurse, you can see her. She's wearing the orange pants right there. They're double teaming. Mad Dog getting a little payback. And look at Nagashima getting slammed to the ground there. And the Mad Dog kicks the Shark.
Boy, it's hard to keep track of who's doing what. It's so fast-paced.
Look at the Mad Dog's going to try and lift up the Shark for a pile driver, but I don't think she can lift up that Shark.
Oh, that was stiff.
Nagashima, a valiant little warrior. I don't know if she's got enough to take on the Shark right now. The Shark is just manhandling her. And the nurse is in there, too. A little call from the nurse. Needed a little help on that one.
And the referee is letting all this happen. I mean, it makes the action much more exciting when they just let it all out,
Poor little clothesline for Nagashima. I tell you, if I could get in there, I would hold Nagashima and just cuddle her in my arms. She is taking such a beating. Such a beating.
I wish that you were in her arms right now.
I'm just saying, maybe after the match we can work something out. I know you're kind of fond of the Shark. You and her make a cute couple. You really do.
Yeah. Nobody's good. Nice.
That little toothpick of a girl can take a licking. But the Mad Dog comes into the rescue. Mad Dog is, I tell you what, Mad Dog is a little bit off her game. She's letting Nagashima just maybe take a little bit too much punishment. This Nagashima is certainly resilient.
Tag mate to Girl of the Streets, Sato.
Submiss had a little bit of a checkered past I might have missed, and I'm sure you visited her during her working days out on the streets of Tokyo.
Yeah, I think maybe she was in the States. I think her name would be Hollywood or Vine. Yeah, but now it's Submiss, Sato. That lady of the streets in the black and silver
tights. We got Mad Dog and the nurse are going in on the side of the ring. The Mad Dog tried to make a run for it to get in there to help out Nagashima, and here comes the nurse applying some of her good medicine. Nagashima down for the count. We got a 2 count on that one. We got a 2 count on that. Nagashima, she is on her feet right now. Or out on her back, I should say.
Here comes that special tool again.
Swing and a miss. Here's the windup, and steer up 2. I tell you, this Nagashima, she's cagey. That's respect. She should be out of there. She should tag into the Mad Dog. Well, look at this.
Hey, is that legal?
That is legal. You know, my friend, everything is legal in the FMW. Perfectly legal moves.
Oh, boy.
A show of strength. A show of strength. Hey, what's Mad Dog doing now with the bat? Oh, Mad Dog got the bat. Oh, right across the bat of Submissive. That will submit anybody, I gotta say. How about Mad Dog with a little power driver? No, is she going to do a power slam?
Going for the power bomb.
Nagashima's got that. Maybe she can pitch her into the bat.
Nice power bomb by Mad Dog Nagoya.
Nagashima's going to chase out the shark with the bat. We got a pin!
Got a pin!
That was a tremendous comeback. Nagashima really took something. Mad Dog and Nagashima victorious. This Nagashima, she is quite a little warrior. Maybe she needs to go, bulk up a little bit, start eating a little more rice or something like that. Oh, look at this. It's complete melee in the ring. Right? The bad nurse is in there. Everybody is in there.
Yeah, it's like a shot
of feeding frenzy. The shark and the Mad Dog are going, pulling hair, kicking, biting, everything.
Hey, look, it's like a shopping spree at Macy's.
Yeah, during the Memorial Day sale or something like that. Huh?
Yeah.
That is Megumi Kudo, and she's making an unheard of alliance here. I mean, she and the Mad Dog have never so much as exchanged words before, body blows, but now what can only be termed an unnatural alliance is being formed right here, right now, right today, right on this mat before our very eyes. If this happens, this is going to be an if and when thing, and if it does, it's behind closed doors. I mean, this is going to be truly inspiring match.
Eric, the Mad Dog's victory over Kudo's arch rivals, the Bad Nurse and Submissive, must have really impressed her. Hey, look, she's usually a lone wolf, but obviously not anymore.
It just goes to show you how the chair, the FMW weapon of choice, came into use right there in that match. And I tell you, Mad Dog Nagaya, she's very happy. Like a dog myself, I wouldn't mind dry humping your leg, Johnny.
Hey, boy, you sick old pup. Hey, that was not just another female cat fight. That was a real dog-eat-dog battle. And coming up in our next match, we're here at the training center, but how do you train to be hardcore? How do you train to use weapons? I mean, that's what you're going to see in this next matchup. You'll see Kanemaru, the doughboy, the former circus clown, but he's not going to clown around in this ring. He's going against a very violent, hardcore opponent in Tsunaga.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if we see some barbed wire bats, some barbed wire everywhere. It could be on boards, it could be everywhere, and it is going to be bloody, I guarantee you. And don't be surprised the doughboy with that glass eye, one of his eyes, we don't know which one, if it comes out, because we saw that happen in a match before, a kick to the head, the glass eye spills out on the mat. Could happen, Johnny. Could happen today.
Who knows, Eric? Maybe that glass eye could be used as a weapon. And there's going to be lots of weapons in this match. And you know about weapons. They are in FMW.
Perfectly legal maneuvers.
That's right. Let's go to the ring.
金村も強くなってきてますんで、とにかくガンガン舐めてかからないように、とにかく2点を確実に今日はもぎ取ります。
できれば、ね、はっきり言っちゃえば対決したくなかったっていうのはありますけども、覚悟ができてましたから、とにかくしなければいけないことはウィングの集大成っていうんですか、その名を見せればいいと思いますね。とことん破天荒にいきたいと思ってます。
FMW Hardcore Wrestling at its most brutal. You're going to see this barbed wire bat match. This is Barbed Wire City in Japan. John Watanabe here with, what's his name?
Eric, don't call me a baseball bat to the midsection Geller.
Me either. Oh! Barbed wire baseball bats to Doughboy. Kind of a wrestling move in this match. How unusual.
Matsunaga loses the bat. He's got barbed wire on it. And Matsunaga took a shot right there. He's got barbed wire striations all over his body. That's an odd clothesline right there. It's a midsection to the body. It's a sort of a half and a half move, and it hurts both of the wrestlers.
And that's Kanemaru in the white, also known as Doughboy.
Diving straight in the arm with that baseball bat. That's covered with military-grade barbed wire. Just wrapping around, abusing his body with his weight, and pulling on that bat for a little extra leverage. And
Eric, as you would say, it's what again?
It's a perfectly legal move, John. As you know, anything goes in this
FMW. I think you've taken a few barbed wire shots to the head yourself.
All right, I am just a little bit loopy. I need to get out of the ring myself. Hey, bring that bat over here.
Whoa!
Wow. Whoa. Again, these two men signed up for this match. This is a barbed wire match. You have barbed wire inside the ring. You have barbed wire on the bat.
Barbed wire on the head.
And, Matsunaga is no stranger to this type of fighting. We've seen some tremendous matches between him and Mr. Pogo, and he has taken a beating himself. I've seen this guy. He bleeds like a faucet. Just comes pouring out. He's a gusher of a bleeder, but a very tough man indeed.
Yeah, bleeds like a fountain, kind of like Dusty Rhodes in public, if you will. That's his specialty. And boy, these boys take it to an even further extreme.
Kanemaru, the Doughboy, you might have known this. He used to be a clown, as it were, a real circus clown. There's no clown around going on right now.
Not at all.
Yeah, he used to travel with the circus. He trained with the acrobats, with the strongmen. He actually got out of it because the blood up. Oh my God, that is not clown paint on his face. That is real blood. Real blood. He uses leverage to push Matsunaga into that barbed wire. Oh, and slams him on that barbed wire. You're trapped.
Kanemaru should use his weight to his advantage to crush his opponent onto that barbed wire. Advantage.
Now he's bringing in a table into the ring, and as you know, John, bringing a table in the ring is a perfectly legal move.
And much anticipated and expected when you watch FMW hardcore action.
No, it doesn't get any better than this. There's blood everywhere, spattered on their face. I think it's a trip to the table.
And a trip to the top rope, or the fans are expecting something.
Oh, set him up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, line drive to the midsection.
If you can see that barbed wire on that bat, it's wrapped around that bat. And when you get any of those barbs go in you, whoa. Oh, painful move again, perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. Both of these men contracted this fight.
I think it's all academic.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Whoa.
Out of that one.
Whoa, what a surprise.
Matsunaga is a glutton for punishment. He can take it like no other warrior in this league.
And still keep on taking and taking. I mean, he's going to the top rope.
When you look at the bat placed on the crotch of Matsunaga. Wait, how well he throws it. I'm a little how do you do?
Not so good.
Well, look at this, a little turning of the tide.
Okay, what goes around comes around.
There's the Doughboy covered in red. That's Kanemaru's got a bloodied face. It looks like Matsunaga's going to put up a little table of his own, a little impromptu. He's got that plywood covered in barbed wire. And I think he's got a little suggestion for his friend Kanemaru.
Suplex coming up on the barbed wire.
Breaking that wood.
Suplex, broken tables, barbed wire all in one. And he still gets out. How does he do it? I mean, maybe it's the crowd cheering does it. I mean, the crowd wants to see more and more, so they're giving them more and more action.
The crowd loves the bloodbath. Anytime you break out barbed wire or fire or weapons or anything like that, the crowd goes crazy.
And there it is.
Quick pin like that.
And your winner with the powerbomb onto the barbed wire, none other than Matsunaga. Wrestling at its most hardcore, FMW.
Matsunaga, I think both of these men need a nurse, need a doctor. Look at that blood on the front.
show of sportsmanship after all this.
What a bloodbath. What a bloodbath. And I'm telling you, it's disturbing, and I know, because when that blood gets all over the mat, it takes a lot of time to clean that up. It delays the start of another match, and I get upset about that. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, Eric, we'll talk about it later, cleanup boy. And, you know, we're here at the FMW Wrestling Training Center, and if you're an athlete in any sport, you have to learn the basics first. And that's the kind of technique you'll see in this next match coming up. A very methodical, old-school kind of match between Hayabusa and Ouya. It's kind of reminiscent of the great mat classics of the past, featuring old-school wrestlers like Lou Thez, Vern Gagne, Pepper Gomez, even Japanese veterans like Tatsumi Fujinami. And a lot of fans, especially Japanese fans, are still into these holds that are not flashy to look at, but they know they're still very effective to this day. So let's appreciate this on-the-mat wrestling between Hayabusa and Mr. Ouya.
2試合分のうち今日3戦目、前の2試合きっちりと打ち取れてるんで、全勝するつもりでやってるんで、今日の皆さんに絶対負けないですよ。必ず勝ちます。
グランドスラム世界ブラスナックル王座決定公式リレー30分一本勝負を行います。青コーナー2回目でスタート、大谷久方。それコーナー240分のはやぶさ。
In this quarterfinal match for the FMW Grand Slam tournament, we see Hayabusa, the man behind the mask, versus Ouya. And this is, shooting at you from ringside, John Watanabe, along with
Eric the Decaffeinator Geller.
There's Ouya, and a show of sportsmanship. Hayabusa extends his hand to Ouya, and the audience roars its approval, and there's a lot of emotion involved in this match, because whenever a championship is up for grabs, the audience really gets into it. I mean, even though Hayabusa is a fan favorite, they're going to offer even more and more support for Hayabusa.
Well, even to start off this match, I was surprised to see Ouya, who is known by FMW's fans as a very dirty wrestler, actually suspended 4 times for doing highly illegal and controversial moves. And if you're a fan of FMW, you know that there is virtually no holds that are barred in this match.
That's right. No holds barred, no foreign objects barred. You know, maybe that's why Ouya was allowed to wrestle in FMW, because, you know, the other Japanese organizations, you know, the referee calls for disqualifications. They'll disqualify you if you bring an object into the ring or do low blows or big fighting. Here, Ouya can get away with all that and get paid for doing it. Nice on-the-mat wrestling. Whoa, nice.
Acrobatic flip to his feet. He's got the Falcon. Hayabusa translates roughly into the Falcon. He's a high-flying tactician, excellent on the maneuvers, scientific wrestler. Ouya is sort of a combination of not as strategic, a little dirtier. He goes for a few power moves, but again, he tries to get inside of the mind of his opponent.
I think this match is going to start out very methodically. You see, you know, they're starting out kind of slow, testing the waters, feeling each other out.
Well, there's some high stakes. This is a quarterfinal match in a round-robin tournament to determine the FMW championship here. So these two are going to be cautious. They don't want to make a fatal mistake at this point. But I surely expect that things are going to get wild and high-flying very soon.
I'm sure, Eric. I'm sure. And,
I'm sorry for that.
Hey, that's okay, everybody. Yeah, using that radio DJ puke talk. I like that. Anyway, by the way, we should mention that no matter who wins this quarterfinal match between Ouya and Hayabusa, Hayabusa's next opponent in this Grand Slam tournament will be none other than the Big Gladiator.
Oh, you're referring to the ex-Marine, the Gladiator, a very fearsome, powerful opponent. And Hayabusa and him, there's certainly no love lost between those two opponents.
That's right. Hayabusa's next opponent, the Gladiator. He stands 6'5", 300 pounds. A power kind of wrestler. Ouya, a different style wrestler, so Hayabusa is going to have his work cut out for him, you know, using different strategies against different styles of opponents.
where you're really enjoying a nice exhibition of some tactical maneuvers by Hayabusa. He goes for the wrist lock, he goes for some throws, he throws in a side kick to disorient the opponent, and again, he's trying to get a submission out of Ouya, trying to take the arm, the wrist, bend him back until Ouya has to tap out and resign from the match.
And notice the audience, you know, they're going to get very emotional at times. They're going to cheer at times for some high-flying moves, but right now they're being very quiet. Not because it's boring, but because they really appreciate the athleticism, the true sport of this Japanese wrestling. I mean, they really are into arm bar holds and basic headlocks because they know that these holds mean something. I mean, it's to wear your opponent down. These moves are not flashy, but they are effective.
Now, let me ask you a little question. Now, the Falcon wears the face mask. Hayabusa, the Falcon.
That's right.
There is some legend that he has his face mask because his face actually resembles the great American actor Soupy Sale. And they find that it's not as intimidating when you wear a mask. If you take that off, they would be too happy, and they, you know, it just doesn't have strike the fear into the other wrestlers. Is that accurate? Is that my notes accurate on that?
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of Soupy Sales, can somebody get a cream pie and throw it in this guy's face next to me, please?
Hey, Watanabe, all right? We're trying to call a match here. I'm offering some very serious, vital information for all you FMW fans here.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. Hey, nice armbar hold by Ouya. And it looks like he's trying to wear Hayabusa down. He's trying to ground Hayabusa so he can't use his high-flying tactics. And Hayabusa trying to kick out reversal. The audience paying very close attention.
Well, it's very difficult. It's very warm in the arena tonight. They like to keep it a little warmer so the wrestlers can get loosened up. But the fans are going to get into this match. It's just it's slow moving right now. It's tactical. It's two men sizing each other up. Again, nobody wants to make a fatal mistake. Both of these men are legitimate attackers.
And if you may notice, you know, Hayabusa, he's known as the Falcon, the bird that never dies. Notice the shoes he's wearing.
That's right. He's got the split-toe shoes on there. When I've seen him before a match, he actually flaps around like a falcon in the room. It's a very awesome sight. He's got toes, the nails on his toes. He sort of, you can actually see him pick up food with his toes. But he's a very agile man, as you'll see, I'm sure, to come with his high-flying, spectacular moves.
I guess he's a hit at parties, for sure. Once again, this is a quarterfinal match in the round-robin tournament for the FMW Grand Slam.
I got to be honest with you. I haven't seen Ouya pull out some of his patented dirty moves. In the vein of old fighters from the 70s, you might have known the Sokol brothers or Bulldog Bob Brown or Von Raschke, some of these old dirty fighters in the 70s. Ouya was known to have, he'd pull out a nail out of his shoe. I've actually seen him have a razor blade tucked behind his ear in a protective sheath. He pulled it out, no one could see it. He slashed his opponent and put it back in. I think actually he was disqualified from one of those matches for using a razor blade. I've seen him go very clean, but usually you can see under the wrist strap under his arms, he's often tucked a weapon under there, a small thumbtack, or anything that can be used to harm an opponent. Ouya, again, a very dirty man, and I'm surprised he's playing it clean right now. Maybe he realizes he has a chance to win this tournament, and he does not want to get disqualified.
As you said, he normally is a very dirty wrestler, which is why he is an FMW. You can be as dirty as you want to be in FMW, but you can also show some really athletic, you know, technique as well. And, you know, some of the names you mentioned when you were comparing the style of Ouya to some of the old-time wrestlers from the 70s, you mentioned Baron Von Raschke, you mentioned Bulldog Bob Brown. Obviously, you grew up in the old Central States region, you know, Missouri, Kansas City. I should bring up another 70s wrestling legend who is from Japan, Antonio Inoki. One of Ouya's favorite moves is a scientific move called the Intsugiri. It's a kick. It's a high-flying kick where he basically stands and he kicks his opponent in the back of the head. That's the Intsugiri. That's what it's called. It was first made famous by Antonio Inoki, a wrestling legend. He also became a Japanese senator. I guess you can say Inoki is the equivalent to Governor Ventura. And Inoki was also the famous wrestler who fought Muhammad Ali in 1976 in a world-famous boxer versus wrestler match. So Inoki, lots of tradition, lots of big names in Japanese wrestling, and some of their moves are still influential among Japanese wrestlers today. And right now, once again, it's Ouya versus the Falcon.
And let me point out to you, in FMW, this isn't dirty fighting. These are all classic martial arts maneuvers they're doing, and everything is perfectly legal. All, again, legal maneuvers if they go outside of the ring, if they bring in a metal chair, if they use tables, they use any destructive device that could be... Wow, I thought we were going to to see it from there.
Yeah, we saw a nice DDT and a pin attempt, but and the referee counts 2, and the audience shows their appreciation for the resilience and the athletic moves of these two combatants, Ouya and Hayabusa. Armbar, nice. Look, Ouya is sticking to the arm of Hayabusa, working on one body part, trying to wear the man down that way, working on one body part, in this case the arm.
I'm looking at the time. My producer just handed me a note. The great Hideo Nomo, pitcher for the Dodgers and Milwaukee Brewers, I believe Detroit Tigers he's pitched for, is in the audience tonight, enjoying the crowd, enjoying the spectacle of that. We're going to have to see if we can get Hideo over to the booth right here. Have a few words with him, ask him about his favorite FMW martial arts wrestling.
Absolutely, Hideo in the house. Yes. Yeah, sometimes, you know, celebrities come to these Japanese matches, especially when an important championship is on the line. It's no different from big-time boxing here in the U.S. The celebrities come out for championships here in Japanese wrestling. The audience roars their approval again. See, and it's very hot in this arena, as you can tell. You know, fans are waving fans, literally. There's lots of heat in the ring, too. Intensity.
This is a classic maneuver in FMW, trying to punish parts of the body, to really immobilize the opponent, weaken his strength. Hayabusa, a high-flying tactician, often uses his arms to catapult himself over the ring and onto opponents. What right now Ouya is doing is trying to incapacitate that arm. And as you can see, he's doing a fairly effective job at it right now as Hayabusa is rising around.
Absolutely, Eric, absolutely. Work on that one arm. Shades of Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. That was their method back in the 80s, especially in the Mid-Atlantic region. For those of you who follow wrestling here in the United States, they would always work on that one body part, the arm. You know, they even admitted it's not fancy. They don't believe in doing dancing moves around the ring, coming out to rock and roll music. They mean no-nonsense wrestling, working on that one arm, that one body part. Immobilize your opponent, kind of like sawing the leg off a table. Once you have that one leg sawed off, the table is worthless.
Right now, Ouya is trying to pull the arm off Hayabusa. Hayabusa, again, always has ring presence. You'll notice that in some of the fights if you've seen him before. He's always gets a leg up on the rope if he needs to get out of an important hold. He always knows where he is in the ring. Very important.
Hayabusa, very colorful wrestler, uses high-flying moves, you know, Mexican-style moves, and he is obviously the most the most popular wrestler in FMW rings in Japan. And U.S. fans are really going to take to Hayabusa, not only because of his charisma, his high-flying style, but also, you may not know this, but Hayabusa spent some time wrestling in Mexico, where he learned lots of his high-flying moves. And in Mexico, he formed tag teams with two of your favorites here in the United States. In the United States. This is Japan, of course, but I'm talking to you, the U.S. fans who buy these home videos. Hayabusa teamed with Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho, two very popular wrestlers who have wrestled for every U.S. promotion and overseas. So I think you'll really get into the tactics, the athleticism of this Japanese great Hayabusa.
And he's also very good with the children, always involved in charities here locally. Does a lot of sparring events and things like that to raise the awareness, consciousness of wrestling and helping the kids out, and always an upstanding community, very sensitive man. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him, if he wins this match, if he breaks down in tears of jubilation. Really is a very balanced, emotional, just a tremendous man and a fierce competitor.
You know, you mentioned, you know, a lot Hayabusa, he's very emotional. A lot of times after he wins, he cries, and the fans cry along with him. You know, they really feel, you know, this guy's pain, and when he wins, they really feel his emotion. That's how charismatic this Hayabusa is.
Yes, I regret that you haven't seen any of his spectacular moves, because he is known for them. But again, this is a scientific match. It's sort of the old vein of a pitcher's duel in baseball, sort of a Bob Gibson locks up with Don Drysdale in a 1-0 classic kind of deal. And I quite frankly, I'm enjoying this.
2 counts. Referee makes a 2 count. That was close. Oh, good old-fashioned stomp by Ouya. Not too scientific, but can be effective in wearing Hayabusa down. Ouya grabs Hayabusa, and it looks like he's working on that arm bar again. Good work on the arm. Yeah, I should mention that, you know, we're bringing this to you in your own home in the U.S. there. You know, we're here ringside in Japan calling this match, but some U.S. fans, they've read about FMW wrestling, you know, through the mainstream wrestling magazines, through some of the wrestling newsletters, but they've never actually seen FMW wrestling on home video. That's why we're giving it to you, because U.S. fans, they say it's hard to find. Where can I see FMW wrestling?
Ouya is taunting him right now. Taunting him right now. Ouya, I think he's starting to get his dander up right now. Look at these little kicks to the face. Somewhat effective, but more to get inside Hayabusa's head right now. Sort of to toy with him, to play with him. Let him know.
Intimidation.
Exactly. Again, one of Hayabusa's greatest maneuvers. And I wouldn't be surprised if Hayabusa has something tricky down his pants. Obviously nothing up his sleeve as far as
like you said, maybe Hayabusa has something up his sleeve. Maybe he's playing possum. Maybe he's taking a breather. Hayabusa might have something up his sleeve as well.
Well, it looks like he hasn't recovered. He's still grasping the arm right now. It looks like it's a little heavy right now. So he really may be hurt right now. And he's getting repeatedly stomped to that arm. And you can see he's got a brace on it from an earlier match that he had. I think he originally hurt that with Rick Fuji. He had a little scrapple with him. And then Hito, and he's had a long line of, again, it does not recover.
And that, I believe Mr. Ouya knows that full well. I mean, a lot of times when a wrestler knows you have an injury, you go after that injury. You make it even worse and worse. So Ouya knows that he'll have an advantage if he works on that arm, so Hayabusa will not even be able to do simple moves like the body slam.
Ouya's taunting the crowd, trying to get him on his side, but clearly they love Hayabusa.
Drop kick. Nice drop kick.
Excellent there.
Nice high-flying drop kick. Goes for the cover. The drop kick, a move that still lives on today after so many generations. The high-flying Frenchman, Ed Carpentier.
Edward Carpentier, excellent wrestler.
Also, Antonino Rocca during the 50s at Madison Square Garden. He used to use that move a lot. And, many wrestlers over the generations have used it. Still lives on today. Nice spinning kick by Hayabusa. The fans roar with approval. Spinning kick.
Well, certainly his legs have not been damaged. The arm looks a little weak. The elbow looks hurt. But he's got the high-flying capacity. If he can pull himself off the mat, he's got Ouya in a disadvantaged position right now.
I think Hayabusa is being encouraged by the fans. That's where he gets some of his strength from. That's why he's actually able to stand up right now. Nice spinning kick by Hayabusa again.
Took Ouya out of the ring.
Whoa, and I believe this will be moonsault. Nice moonsault.
Spectacular move landed on the hard concrete.
On the concrete floor.
Wow, I tell you what, that took a little bit out of both of those competitors right now, but it had to get Ouya the worst.
And that is going to hurt. I mean, on the concrete floor, no mats to protect you. Nice moonsault by Hayabusa over the top rope, onto the floor. An example of the kind of high-flying stuff you'll see. Nice high-flying move again.
Oh, Hayabusa is starting to get his stride behind him, and he's starting to catch his wind again.
To the point where he's able to do his signature Lucha Libre Mexican-style high-flying maneuvers. Good old-fashioned hair pull by Hayabusa. That's another thing. With Hayabusa wearing the mask, you don't know his emotions behind the mask, so therefore you don't know what he's thinking. That will really throw off his opponent. And Hayabusa goes for the body slam, and now he goes off the top rope.
That's where he loves to be. Plays a high perch.
Oh, the referee counts two.
Spectacular artistry. That's what Hayabusa is known for. Look at those. I mean, just the high-flying maneuvers, the flips, the way that he utilizes his body, his positioning, his strength.
And like you said, that's where he likes to be, up on the top rope. That's where he's at home. He knows what he's doing on the top. Whoa! Flying drop kick.
Again, right into the elbow. Right into the elbow. Look at Hayabusa writhing in pain right now.
Yeah, I think the crowd is stunned. They're silent because they feel the pain along with him.
Hayabusa was actually finally getting going here. Really did some great maneuvers. And Ouya's going to go back to that arm lock on there. He's got the wrist. He's got the arm. You can't imagine the pressure he's exerting right there.
Hey, whether you like Ouya or not, and Ouya is not the crowd favorite here, but Ouya is wrestling smart. He knows that arm is injured, so that is what you go for. Right now, Hayabusa trying to reach the ropes to break the hold. The referee has to break the hold if you reach the ropes.
It looks like he's about to try and grab a camera and get a little closer. And you see the photographer right on there. I've seen some photographers get hurt in this action. A flying piece of barbed wire, or a chair goes flying through the room, or something like that.
And Hayabusa does make the ropes. He got it from the ropes, so the referee will have to call for a clean break. Yeah, the Japanese wrestling media are at ringside. Many Japanese wrestling magazines, very popular, covering all the championship matches, including this FMW Grand Slam tournament. This is the quarterfinal match, and no matter who wins this matchup, Hayabusa will face the Gladiator.
Well, you see Hayabusa again having the ring presence, going for the rope. Whenever there's a possibility of a pin, a submission hold, Hayabusa.
That's ring savvy. Like Hayabusa knows his way around the ring. He knows the top turnbuckles, and he knows how to get out of stuff, reaching for the ropes if need be. That's wrestling by instinct.
Again, working over the arm, working over the arm. Look at him pulling that back. Really got a lot of leverage. You can see out here in the audience, Submiss, a tremendous wrestler in her own right. She'll be wrestling later on today in the card.
And also I saw Masato Tanaka at ringside watching this match as well. Masato Tanaka, well known to U.S. fans and Japanese fans. He's faced the Gladiator many times. And you'll see more action by the powerful and scientific Masato Tanaka in FMW rings.
Hope you're enjoying FMW Spectacular with my partner, John Watanabe. And John, if you remember what my moniker is today, why don't you tell him who I'm? Eric, the...
Fill in the blank. I know what you always say about FMW. Everything's perfectly legal. Perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal maneuvers. Yes, we got it down right now.
No holds barred, no objects barred in FMW rings.
Right, again, you're with Eric, the Decaffeinator Geller. I just switched. I want that to be known. Actually, I'm the kind of guy who will wring out every ounce of the bad juice in you, leaving only but the good. And that is my gift to humanity and to wrestling.
And leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Now, whoa, what's that? Clothesline.
Patented move. We'll see that in the Gladiator in the coming up matches. Gladiator loves to do that move. A very powerful American move.
And Hayabusa kicks out. Audience really wants Hayabusa to win. They show their approval when Hayabusa kicks out.
Look at the scars on Hayabusa's arm up and down.
Absolutely. A lot of these wrestlers are scarred. Hayabusa's in big trouble. He's weakened. That arm must be hurting. A lot of these wrestlers, including Hayabusa, are scarred because they participate in barbed wire matches. They hit each other with barbed wire bats, steel cage matches.
I got to tell you right now, Hayabusa really looks like he's in trouble. If he can find some way to make it to the top of the ring, the top of the ropes where his strength is, he's going down for a pin right now. Again, look at that. He puts the leg out there.
That's ring savvy for you. And Ouya, it looks like a lot of the wind has been taken out of him as well. Looks like he's getting tired.
Well, I tell you what, just putting on this punishment on Hayabusa, it's like he's as if he's punching himself out. If you remember the Thriller in Manila or
the dope.
The George Foreman against Ali, again, trying to get the other man to punch himself out. That could be what Hayabusa's doing, though. I got to be honest with you, Hayabusa looks spent, and that arm can't be good for much.
So you think in this situation, Ouya might be the dope in the rope-a-dope?
Well, look at the kick out there. I mean, Hayabusa certainly has power in the legs, and that's where he generates most of his strength and power from the legs.
Absolutely, with those legs, he does those amazing flying drop kick, head scissors moves. You'll see a lot of him doing that in FMW. Whoa! Now, Hayabusa has the arm of Ouya. Turnabout is fair play.
Ouya goes for the leg. Ouya goes for the leg on the rope, see if he can get out of that hold.
Hayabusa trying to give Ouya a dose of his own medicine, playing Ouya's game, I guess you could say.
Both of these wrestlers look very weary, very punch-drunk. One fatal blow, and I think either man is out of this match.
Nice reversal by Hayabusa into the ropes. Frankensteiner! Or possibly a Hurricane into a pin combination. That's what it was, a Hurricane. Nice high-flying pinning combination among Lucha Libre stars in Mexico.
A close call right there. I mean, both of these, it looks like Hayabusa, every time he's down for the count, he finds a little resiliency. Ouya, again, hanging tough, but trying to weaken the arm and the body. He's not got the leg on him. As long as Hayabusa can lock something around him, pull him over. Whoa! Exactly what he's done right there. Hayabusa can get to the top rope. He is in trouble.
Looks like both of these guys are tired, so and the action is still going back and forth. You're not sure who's going to win. I mean, 1, 2. And Ouya kicks out. No matter who the crowd favorite is in this match, and you know it's Hayabusa, you got to give both of these guys credit. They're both pouring their heart out, giving you plenty of action. I mean, whoa, nice super kick by Hayabusa.
Oh, the crowd is really starting to get into this right now. I mean, they're going nuts. They're actually yelling for both of these opponents.
See, that's what I was trying to get at. I mean, they're showing respect for both of these athletes because they're both... Whoa!
tremendous move outside of the ring, a high-flying maneuver by Hayabusa. The extra leverage he gets, he picks up another 5 feet by going out on the concrete. But my God, does that get a toll on both of them, especially if he comes off a little wrong, if Hayabusa doesn't nail that perfectly, and usually he does, but you can see he rolled off and hit a little of the concrete himself. But I guarantee you, Ouya took it more than Hayabusa.
These are high-risk maneuvers because it not only hurts your opponent, but it could hurt, you know, people like Hayabusa themselves, you know, who execute them, because you never know where you're going to land outside of the ring. Oh, nice flying clothesline by Hayabusa.
Again, look at Hayabusa. It takes a lot of, even to mount that attack, I think he's got Ouya right where he wants him. Maybe he can get a pin out of him right now. Looks like he's going to deliver a little more.
I think Hayabusa feels he needs to weaken him more. Nice German suplex into a pinning combination, but a kick out, and the audience shows their appreciation for the guts and determination on the part of both Hayabusa and Ouya.
A real seesaw battle, a true nail biter. I mean, 1 minute you think Ouya's got the upper hand, then Hayabusa with his resilience, he comes up with a move.
Like that one. Nice form of a pile driver.
The crowd is really starting to appreciate this act.
Going back and forth, like you said. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Put on the rope.
That is ring savvy. That is ring savvy.
Yeah, both of these guys know their way around the ring. When in trouble, you go for that lifesaver, so to speak, which is the bottom rope.
Oh, they're cheering. They're cheering him on.
I think, okay, body slam, and that's usually followed by, the fans are anticipating it. They know what's coming next. A body slam always followed by a high-flying move. Whoa! Looked like a nice spinning corkscrew plancha made well-known by Hector Garza in Mexico.
Did that revitalize Ouya? He's staring around. Again, it looks like
Ouya is looking for a mistake. Hayabusa made a mistake, and now Ouya is going to capitalize on it. Clothesline by Ouya. Sometimes after being tired out, the wrestlers always look for the other guy to make a mistake, and I believe that is what Ouya is trying to do.
Yeah, Ouya has sustained just a battery of high-flying punishment.
Nice spinning. Whoa, a nice reversal by Hayabusa. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh.
Again, Ouya gets out, and he puts it in his arm bar on that one.
Going back to his original plan, which was working for a long time, and Ouya apparently thinks it will work.
Well, you see how that Hayabusa got out of it. In a long match like that, body shots, arm locks, wrist locks, they take a toll on a fighter.
And the audience, even though it's hot here in this arena, I mean, the fans are still into this match. Nice suplex by Ouya.
This is really heating up. I mean, there is some high energy, high intensity for two tired warriors and still having the strength to kick out of this maneuver.
In more ways than one, this arena is heating up. I mean, it's hot in this arena, but there's also hot action in the ring as well. The seesaw battle.
You can hear it, the crowd is starting to chant right now.
Whoa!
By the arms, lifted him by that bad elbow, threw him over. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end right here. If he gets the count.
Whoa, Hayabusa gets out of it.
Where does he get the energy, the resiliency? I'm telling you, both of these two warriors, I will not be surprised if they get a standing ovation at the end of this match.
I mean, that was a nice suplex, Dory Funk Jr. style. Nicely done by Ouya, and yet Hayabusa still manages to kick out. Going for another suplex. Nice suplex. Ouya goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Well, I might add, he's been working over the arm and the elbow, but nothing with the leg. Hayabusa's legs. That's where, again, he generates a lot of his strength and power.
Absolutely.
Able to kick out.
Absolutely. And the fans, they really appreciate this athleticism on the part of both combatants. I believe they don't want the action to stop. They want to see these guys give more and more. Oh. Whoa.
I'm not sure what we call that. I think that was a mismanaged maneuver by Ouya, and that may come back to haunt him. Just change the momentum right there.
I think the strength has been taken away from Ouya. That's why he just tired out.
What a body slam. Hayabusa. There, we got a pin count here. Oh, and he kicks out again. These two refuse to lose. Refuse to lose.
I mean, that was a nice power bomb by Hayabusa. He actually had the strength to execute it, but yet Ouya still kicks out.
And Hayabusa rallying up the crowd. He's rallying for support right now. He's going to finish him off with one of his patented moves. I can smell it.
Here it is. Power bomb by Hayabusa. And this will be it. 1, 2.
Oh, no! Out again.
I don't believe it. Oh.
I need to get some caffeine on this one, my friend, because I think the caffeinator is really losing his edge right now.
I think Hayabusa wants the crowd support because it's more and more strength that he can get from the fans.
It's getting frenzied in here. It's getting hot. It's getting heavy. And these two warriors in a classic sense cannot even finish off these moves. Both of these boys are down for the count right now. I don't know how this is going to end. I am perplexed, my friend, but I am loving every minute of it.
And clothesline.
Both of these men were clothesline. I have not seen a move like that in years, Johnny, years.
Who will get up first? The crowd is really frenzied right now. They don't know what's going to happen.
That move took a toll on both of these men.
One, two. Oh.
How is he doing it? How is Hayabusa kicking out of these matches? I am perplexed.
How is Ouya doing it too? I mean, he's tired as well. All Ouya has to do is go over there, make the pin. He'll be over in 3 seconds. 1, 2, and he kicks out.
But what's amazing is Hayabusa has a tremendous strength when he is kicking out.
Whoa,
they're going to call the match.
The time limit draw.
They're going to call it a draw. I'm telling you what, it would have been a shame if either one of these two warriors lost.
Both of these wrestlers are exhausted.
You can see they're spent on the match.
I think the fans are exhausted too, but in a good way. It was a good, exciting seesaw battle.
What a thrilling, sort of a throwback.
Look at the fans chanting. Hayabusa.
Hayabusa. Both of these boys.
Yeah, they're applauding both of them. This is a draw in this FMW Grand Slam match. The crowd.
Again, Hayabusa, a love affair with the crowd. You can see the children all come out. They know him from his work in the community. They love him. Everybody emulates him, wants to be him. And Ouya, again, you don't have a great match without a worthy opponent.
That's right. You're only as good as the competition you face, and Ouya is a very worthy opponent. Good wrestling on the part of both of them, Hayabusa and Ouya. That's it for Not the Ringside. This is John Watanabe and Eric Geller calling the action from ringside. This is FMW.
とにかくうまい、強いっていうか、とにかくうまい。もうちょっとでも悪いとこあったらそこ徹底的にやめてくれし。ただとにかく勝てなかったのはもう負けなかったから、とにかく勝てなかったのは本当に痛いですね。
次ですね、いよいよブラジエーター選手とか実際の札幌で控えてるわけなんですけど、
この間も負けてるし、ゲチョンゲチョンでしたからね。なんとか石にくいて、でもあいつに勝たないと先見えてこないし、とにかく引き分けでよしじゃなくて絶対に勝つつもりでいきます。
You know, on my card, I had that a draw as well, Johnny. And normally, Hayabusa would have been the prohibitive favorite, but you saw he had a little bit of an elbow problem. A variation of a tennis elbow, or a variation of what you have, a tennis elbow, John.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to whack you or smack you upside the head later on. But coming up next, you just saw Hayabusa wrestle a scientific wrestler in Ouya. But next up, he's going to wrestle a guy who wrestles with power and strength. His name is Mike Awesome, the Gladiator.
Oh, yeah. This is going to get great. Power. But Gladiator is not only powerful, he's got the moves. Look for him to go high, like the Falcon Hayabusa does. Both of these men, top of the ring, and flying with each other. It's going to be beautiful, John.
That's right, Eric. To quote Paul McCartney in Wings, we're going to get high with high-flying action with FMW. Let's go to the ring.
Hayabusa,
The last time we fought, I kicked your ass in Hachioji. Well, let me tell you something. Now we're in Sapporo, and I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I consider you a great competitor, even a great challenger. But let me tell you something, pal. You're standing in my way for that championship belt, and I want it bad. So I'm going to do what I did to you last time, and that's give you the kamikaze aqua bomb right off the top rope. And there's nothing you can do about it. I want the belt, and I want it bad.
この間は八王子でとことんやられましたし、ベルトもかかってますから、今日は本当に絶対負けられないなって気持ちありますし、会社のこととかは言いたくないから、やるからには必ず勝ちます。この間の借りは必ず返します。
FMW Hardcore Action. John Watanabe here with
Eric Deakin Undergeller.
And boy, what a thunderous powerhouse of a man, Mike Awesome, the Gladiator. He's on the right, and to the left, the ever-popular high-flying Hayabusa, the Falcon.
Wearing his gown, his traditional mask.
Yes, like he said, Hayabusa, the bird that never dies.
It's been a long time since I've seen Hayabusa this charged up before the match, yelling and screaming. I mean, he must have a real taste for gladiator blood. It must be a Falcon delicacy.
Whoa! Nice lucha libre flying. Oh, I'm so excited, boy. I forget the names of some of these moves sometimes. So all you dirt sheet newsletter writers out there, please be merciful on me, okay? I mean, this is just mind-boggling, some of the moves these guys do. Nice armbar, basic armbar there on Hayabusa, the Falcon.
Gladiator down on the ground, he's more of a rough and tumble kind of punch, drive you into the ground, lift you up and smack you down kind of wrestler, where Hayabusa, known as the Falcon, is another high-flying acrobatics, and that's really his forte, very scientific wrestler, goes for a submission hold, what he's trying to do right now in this wrist lock he's got on the Gladiator, but I'm afraid the Gladiator, there's no quit in the Gladiator. I've never seen him submit yet in all the years covering this.
Whoa. I'm sure that knocked the wind out of Mike Austin, the Gladiator. Nice hammerlock. Nice good old-fashioned hammerlock on Gladiator by Hayabusa, the mat technician and high-flying star of FMW rings.
He's got him in a chokehold, trying to looks like he's going to get a sleeper hold on him.
Hold. Yes,
Gladiator's trying to pull back, grab the mask off of Hayabusa.
And that mask is very sacred. I mean, the mask is very sacred in Mexico and in Japan ring wars. Side headlock on the Mike Austin, the Gladiator.
I'm told the reason why Hayabusa wears a mask is it's very feminine lips, very big feminine lips, and he doesn't feel that they befit the stature of a wrestler. I'm told he's a fabulous kisser, though, when he takes the mask off.
Oh, how sensitive you are, Mr.
I'm in the know. I'm keeping it down and dirty for all the fans out there who want to know why he's got the mask over there.
Yeah, that's exactly what wrestling fans want to know. Yes. Nice basic mat wrestling, you know, good old-fashioned wear the man down kind of wrestling, and then hopefully go for the pin. Good old-fashioned rights.
Well, that's it. Gladiator, again, he's going to start with the punches, and then we're going to see some high-flying moves out of Hayabusa. Again, to the submission hold.
Yeah, it looks like a form of a sleeper hold, you know, which was pioneered by Paul Bosch and then later Vern Gagne in the Midwest.
I remember the Briscoe boys, Pat O'Connor in the Midwest used to use that move to great success.
Well, it looks like the Gladiator's working over Hayabusa's legs while Hayabusa still has the sleeper hold on.
The Gladiators usually, again, I usually see him around the patented clothesline move. You've seen him do a number of times. He does some powerful body slams, but he really has not been able to get off the mat. He's really being tied up by Hayabusa right now.
You know, it's so funny with both of these competitors. You see usually the Gladiator using power moves like clotheslines and Hayabusa doing lots of high flying, but both of these guys are straying away from the normal strategy. They're both doing like very methodical on-the-mat wrestling. Maybe it's in some weird way to throw the other guy off.
It might be a throwback, you know. It's just sort of a traditional sense of who can outsmart the other guy. Let's be a little bit cautious. Let's not get this thing moving just yet. See if we can kill the other guy out.
And also in Japan, they still appreciate basic holds. Holds still mean something in Japanese ring moves. know, in America, in wrestling in America, they want blitz.
They're heating it up right now. That's a gladiator patent move, the clothesline. It's a clothesline. We've seen him do that a number of times. He's just such a powerful man.
You've seen him do that a number of times, too. More power.
With authority.
But still, I mean, we really appreciate, you know, the fans here, they really appreciate some of the down-on-the-mat moves because in America, all they want is, like, hype and blitz and swearing on TV interviews. But here, technical wrestling still means something in Japan. Whoa!
And this match is just getting warmed up. I got that feeling. I mean, the gladiator does that Superman leap over the ropes, and that's just an atomic blast of body blows. I mean, this is, oh, the gladiator.
Whoa, nice plancha.
Wow.
Nice Mexican-style plancha over the top rope on the Hayabusa.
Hayabusa looks out cold right now. He's just splayed out on the floor on the canvas. That's hard concrete right there.
And it's amazing. A 300-pound man like the gladiator was able to do a high-flying leap like that.
6'5", 350 pounds.
Oh boy, I mean, he's dragging Hayabusa, yeah, back for another helping of whoop ass. Oh, power bomb onto a table.
Perfectly legal move. Perfectly legal move.
Yes, as usual.
Wait, martial arts have involved all sorts of weapons, household appliances, a fork, a knife, a table, a chair. If that can be used to the detriment, harm, or benefit of any one of these martial artists, then so be it. Look at that table just destroyed.
I think Gladiator, he's like gloating over this. I mean, he loves dishing this pain onto his opponents.
Hayabusa came into this match so charged. You can hear the people in the crowd. They're crying out for Hayabusa to get going. And he's a man who really responds to the crowd's cheers.
I'm sure they want to see their very own hometown boy, beat, this big American boy. All right. Nice armbar. All right, Gladiator. He's administering more punishment, showing mercy. I'm not a betting man, but I'd like to say that, the Gladiator has got this whole match sewn up. He's just unstoppable.
Now, you see, I am a betting man, and let me tell you, Hayabusa has a trick or two up his sleeve, okay? I mean, you know what Yogi Berra said, my friend? It ain't over till it's over.
Hey, I thought it wasn't over till the fat lady sings it.
Okay, I'm not going to go be the one to go ask mother-in-law to sing. Now, are you, John? You got a little thing with her. You got this sort of...
Oh, boy. Wait, do I sense... Boy,
someone's taking a seat right now, my friend. Here comes the Gladiator. I mean, many years ago, the FMW sanctioned the use of chairs in battle, and it's been a favorite ever since. And oddly enough, the fans love it. They are crazy about it.
Even though by the end of these matches, there are a lot of fans left standing.
Well, the way these matches have been going, John, they're better off on their feet so they can get out of the way of the non-stop action. I mean, it's not confined to the ring anymore.
Oh, you could say that again. Holy smokes. Boy, Hayabusa, great pain. And the audience feels his pain. And, he's the hometown favorite.
Hayabusa translates roughly to the Falcon. He's grounded right now.
Nice hammerlock into it looks like...
Just carrying him over one shoulder. Look at the strength of the Gladiator. 6'5", 320 pounds.
Running power slam.
Hayabusa's crying for his mom. He's saying, Mommy. Yeah, you can't hear that. He's saying, Mommy, Mommy. John, he really needs loving right now. I think you're the man to do it. Just go in there and just comfort him. Give him a little hug and let him know it's going to be all right.
Right now, he needs comfort of... Hayabusa needs comfort of some sort. I mean, this unstoppable wrecking machine from America.
You see anyone? Oh, wow, right in the hand. That looked like more of a stinger more than it actually got a lot of bone on that one. More of a stinger.
Yeah, more than 300 pounds of power known as Mike Austin. Working over the arm. That bandaged arm, it's already hurt, and he's just doing more damage to it.
I saw Hayabusa. He got injured in a match, I believe, with Mr. Pogo, and this was, I saw this about 3 months ago. It was never successfully healed. He's just working over that, just digging it in.
Oh, really rubbing it in, so to speak.
Hayabusa's not really a happy man.
No, I got to tell you, Hayabusa is not looking good, and to take that one step further into detail, Eric, I think I hear him crying like a newborn baby. Yeah, I mean, the Gladiator must have some kind of Marine in his... He must have been some kind of Marine in his day.
Well, before he went AWOL, I'm sure he was a credit to all Marines. Semper Fi, my friend. I mean, this Gladiator spent 5 years as a Marine, and then he went AWOL, and he did this to study Japanese wrestling.
He's a war hero from the Persian Gulf, and I don't think he saw action because he's hungry for more. It's no wonder why the Gladiator, or, whoa, working over the arm, or Mike Awesome, as most American fans know him as. It's no wonder why he was a champion for a Philadelphia-based promotion where they get extreme, and now he's getting extreme in Japan as well.
Well, actually, prior to that, he had a distinguished career as a football player for Notre Dame, played with Eric Parsegan's team in 1971. He was actually the MVP of the Sugar Bowl that year. Tremendous outside linebacker. He actually sacked Dan Marino, I believe, in that game. It was quite a match, and he saved the game, named the MVP, and then he actually turned down pro wrestling to go in the Marines, and then later became a wrestler.
Wrestling fans, I apologize. This is not Sports Speaks on the radio. This is FMW Pro Wrestling.
I'm just telling you, do my research. I know these things. I know these things.
A combination of technical wrestling, hardcore brawling, and high-flying moves all rolled into one. And of course, don't forget those foreign objects. No foreign objects required whatsoever. Nice elbows. You know, it looks like the Gladiator is going, whoa, he's going for the final move of the match. And
that was enough and over, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, Hayabusa's looking like chop suey. Oh. Right. You know, a little hungry, maybe we'll go for a little kung pao chicken. Oh, he kicked out of that one.
Well, I think he's flattened like egg foo young.
Well, there you go, my friend.
Well, I bet if Hayabusa didn't have that mask on, we'd see tears of pain. Oh.
Gladiator's really went up on it. These two have gone at it before, though. I've seen these two men wrestle. In the locker room, there is no love lost between these two men.
I think the fans are crying out. The fans are probably crying, too, crying out in support of their favorite.
Well, they love Hayabusa. They're crazy about Hayabusa, and it seems when the crowd gets into it, he gets into it. And they're remarkably quiet right now. They start. I hear a few chants of his name, and it does power him up.
Yeah, I've seen almost rock star-like response for this guy, Hayabusa. It's almost like, you know, when the Rolling Stones come into the ring. I mean, he's that popular.
He's on the ropes now, but I think he's going to pull something out. He's just too resilient a fighter. He's taking just a punishment. It's almost become typical when these two warriors go, what a high-flying move right there. I mean, I think he's back. I think he took the Gladiator by surprise.
Nice super kick by Hayabusa onto Mike Awesome, the Gladiator. Oh, there he goes to the top rope. Whoa! And the fans show their appreciation.
Oh, he loves those tremendous moves that he picked up studying down in Mexico.
Right.
But I think he's hurt himself on that, too, and he's got that bad elbow. I think he landed on the elbow.
I think both guys are hurt right now. Both Gladiators.
Look at that concrete. I mean, that does not help when you land on that stuff. If they keep it in a ring, these guys have a chance, but you land smack dab on concrete, you're in trouble. And look at him. He can barely lift the arm. I know he's got a few high-flying moves in him, but he's going to struggle to do it. No, he clearly didn't get the height that he normally does. He just didn't have the strength to pull up on that wall.
You know, the Falcon Hayabusa isn't giving the Gladiator a moment's rest, and the audience is reacting with raw emotion, and it's hot. It's hot in this venue, too.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you what. I should have, sure enough, I really should have made that decision.
DDT on the Mike Awesome, the Gladiator. Goes for the count. 1, 2.
Gladiator has way too much power. You're going to really have to get him. Hayabusa to pin him is going to need a lot of leverage to keep this bigger man down.
Well, then again, I mean, if Hayabusa runs more and more circles around the big man might run out of gas.
Look at that, a little taste of his own medicine.
And you know what's coming up next. Another high-flying move by the Falcon. Hayabusa goes to the top turnbuckle. Looks like the fire. Ooh, whoa! Nice. 1, 2.
Whoa! Kick out again there. I'm telling you, when the Falcon starts flying, he swoops down like no other. To do that back takes years and years of training.
No doubt. Has the Gladiator run out of gas? Wait, I think he's coming too. I think
the crowd is starting to get excited about this as well.
But wait, I think, I told you, the Gladiator still has something in him. I mean, he still has some gas left, and but I think he has some more wrestling left to do.
Look at the Warriors, both tired out, spent on the ground.
And he's going for another power bomb move, I believe. Whoa!
Look at that.
Oh,
kicks out quickly, just barely missing that 3 count.
And the crowd just shows the collective sigh of relief when there was only a 2 count. They just showed their sigh of relief.
We're going over the top. We're going a pile driver. Oh, I've seen this move before.
Powerbomb sit coming up. There it is.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it for the Falcon.
Whoa, a lucky foot on the ropes. That
very crafty veteran.
That's wrestling on instinct. That's survival. It took every every ounce of effort to get his foot on the rope. I wonder how much strength does Hayabusa have left?
I think the Gladiator's got something cooked up for him, a little extra torture. He's going up to the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, I think I can smell what he's cooking. And I think this might be, he might be going for, I think, I smell a powerbomb. Whoa! My! Spectacular reversal. I mean, very dangerous move. I mean, mostly for Hayabusa. I mean, the Gladiator is playing judge and jury on this one. He still has control. Hayabusa is obviously hurt. Hayabusa, he's kind of rolling around, but, you know, he still has some spunk left in him.
Well, he's in his favorite corner right now, and I know if he can make it up to that top rope before the Gladiator can beat it to him, which he what a nice
Frankensteiner. Just recover. 1, 2.
He got it! He did it! Didn't nail the pin. Where he came up with strength for that last move, I know not. He beat it to the top rope before the Gladiator and took him out with a patented high-flying move.
Your winner, Hayabusa, and the fans rush to the ring. They want to high-five this high flyer. Astounding. I think everybody's going home happy.
Oh, no, I got to agree.
Hayabusa, the Hayabusa chant.
Look at him pounding on the side of the ring. The crowd, they love their warrior hero.
Now I think Hayabusa is crying tears of joy, along with the fans.
He's still got a little hitch in that elbow. I can see it. I can see he's favoring that elbow right now as he still points out to his legion of fans.
Oh, how inspiring.
Look at this. In a true show of sportsmanship, is this happening? Like I see it? Hayabusa is bowing. Gladiator bows to him.
So it's good to see Japanese and American relations are cool after that.
I mean, especially after such a brutal match. Such a brutal match for Gladiator.
Both guys gave it their all.
Look at the fans and always the pretty girls around Hayabusa.
Of course. I mean, these guys always give 110% in FMW rings.
Look at this crowd. The masses of people parading and fanning him down.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat in the ring, lots of heat in this venue. But everybody is going home.
Gladiator is a true warrior to cut out his power moves, but Hayabusa is a high-flying tactician.
Now the high fives.
Playing this theme song. This is the Hayabusa boogie. We can only get him to break off a few of those dance moves. Look at that. Look at the grace of this champion making the tour around the ring as the throng of fans coming up there to greet.
I've never seen anyone wrestling get this kind of reaction where all the fans are surrounding the ring. Not even Stone Cold, not The Rock, not even Hogan. Have you ever seen that sea of humanity around the ring before?
No, this is a true outpouring. There is a love fest between his fans because the fans know what kind of effort Hayabusa puts out there. Again,
talk about charisma. This guy has buckets full.
Can you see that? He takes a lap around and he falls back in his own.
But he gave it his last effort to shake the heads of all the fans. And that's what a class act he is.
I believe he's going on adrenaline right now. I think his fans are keeping him going right now because this man should seek some medical attention right now. I know the elbow is killing him, the arm. He can barely lift it. He can barely stand himself.
I mean, what drama, even long after the match is ended. The drama continues. Look at that emotion.
Can you believe it? He made the first gesture to the bell, thanking the Gladiator for pushing him to the bell.
These fans are not stopping. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's going home yet.
Hayabusa, I admit it. This time, you beat me. You pinned my shoulders to the mat. You got the 1, 2, 3 on me. You're a great competitor. You're my toughest opponent. I fought guys like Big Titan, Tarzan Goto, even Atsushi Onita. But no one can take the punishment. No one, I said, can take the punishment like you can. I gave you everything I had tonight, and you still beat me. You still beat me. Well, next time we get in that ring together, I got a few surprises. I won't make the same mistakes I made tonight. Next time, I'm gonna beat you. And tonight, I think tonight's match will go down in the history books. Right now, we're creating legends. But next time, I'm gonna beat you. Because next time you will feel the wrath of the Kamikaze Awesome Bomb. And that's all I got to say.
今度はリーグ戦優勝するしか優勝するしか体の代償は何が何でも相手が誰でも絶対に負けません。必ず優勝します。新鮮になって初めて疲れるのになんですけど、みんなファンの人たちが僕らのことを嬉しくて試合の方で話したんですけど、どうしよう、許してくれ。みんながみんなの言う限り胸いっぱいやってます。それしかできないんですけど、それを応援してくれるファンの人がいれば
Well, what a truly awesome match pitting Mike Awesome